So here we have a brand new fragrance by the brand Precious Liquid. This is the brand of Richard Herpen and his wife, and he's an amazing perfumer. Here we have Iris Sorbet. So this is a floral gourmand that comes at the tail end of the year, and this is going to be a great floral expression for the colder weather. I'm very excited to give you my thoughts on this new release and also let you in on a very special code that you can use to get the best price possible for this fragrance. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on the brand new Iris Sorbet, just from the name, you know it's going to be on the floral side of things, you know it's going to be a little sweet, and there is this raspberry sorbet accord which smells divine. I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. So here we have a perfume with iris, rose, blackcurrant, sandalwood, musks. It has this iris ingredient, and of course the namesake of the perfume, but also a raspberry sorbet accord. So it's creamy, it's sweet. There isn't a whole lot of citrus, but you do have this gourmand floral personality that kind of becomes the motif in this fragrance. And of course, if you are interested in either getting samples or purchasing the fragrance, I'm going to leave links to the official website down below. And I'm also going to leave a code down below if you want to get the best deal possible on any fragrance from this brand. Listen, I'm excited to talk to you about the smell. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. Now, right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get the namesake of the perfume, which is, of course, iris. So this fragrance certainly does open up with a lot of iris, and you do have this sort of waxy lipstick vibe coming from the iris. Now, of course, whenever you've tried iris before in fragrances like Tuberose 1 Capricious by Histoire de Parfum, or even Dior Homme by Christian Dior, you know what a waxy lipstick-like iris can smell like. And here you have iris combined with rose. However, I'd say it's like 80% iris, 20% rose. Rose is just an accent, in my opinion, in this fragrance, or at least as far as my nose is able to perceive it. I am getting the majority of the iris coming through as the predominant floral ingredient. Of course, you do have that creamy sandalwood, and perhaps there's also a touch of vanilla in here because I do perceive something sweet emanating from the base. But of course, you also have that sorbet accord, which I think is the perfect marriage with the sweetness that occurs right in the opening of this perfume until the sweetness that you get as it starts to sort of break apart and, you know, evolve. And there is a sense of non-linearity here, so it does change a bit. And in terms of it changing, I just think the sweetness becomes more apparent. I think in the opening, you do have that floral personality in there. The blackcurrant is a little musky as well. Blackcurrant is not fruity or sweet, maybe in a literal sense, but it's not actually sweet in this perfume. The majority or the bulk of that sweetness is coming from perhaps vanilla or tonka bean or that creamy sandalwood that's residing in the base. And, you know, it's so well done. You know, I've tried a lot of sweet vanilla fragrances before, and of course there's Valentino Uomo. There's also Valentino Uomo Noir Absolu, which has been a favorite of mine for such a long time. And of course we also have Dior Homme Intense, which also has musk mallow and some other musks, and it has a nice sense of vanilla in there as well. So here you have something along those same lines, but you do have this beautiful expression of the iris that is married to this carrot seed note, which also adds this really quirky, unique facet to the perfume that I truly enjoy. If you're a fan of sweet smelling iris fragrances, please try this one. The quality of the iris is top-notch. The sweetness is not overbearing, and I think there's this general smooth aura that the perfume conveys. Please check it out. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, of course I mentioned fragrances by Histoire de Parfum and Christian Dior and Valentino, but this stuff is unique. It does things in a way that those other perfumes do not, and I think it is that unique pairing of the carrot seed and the musks and the sandalwood and those quiet, sweet ingredients that are kind of hidden from the note breakdown, but it's a marriage made in heaven. And that sorbet accord is just so delightful. Not overly sweet, but there is this general sophistication to the fragrance. Of course, longevity-wise, you're going to get about 8 hours on skin. Projection was great for the first hour of application. It radiated at an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 6, a skin scent right around hour 8. Versatility, totally unisex. I think this one is great for every season, probably except for the winter time. Because it's so heavy-handed on the floral personalities, I would see myself wearing this one in the spring and summer totally. And because of that sweetness, I can also see myself wearing this comfortably in the autumn. But perhaps in the winter time, I would go with some of the heavier expressions from the brand. Even something like Salt and Pepper from Precious Liquid, believe it or not. I think that would work really well in the colder weather. Like I said, perfectly unisex, great dressed up or dressed down. Anybody of any age could really enjoy this one. And in terms of the presentation, I do enjoy the presentation very, very much. And I think maybe like a reddish or a pinkish color inside the bottle would have matched the aesthetic of the Raspberry Sorbet Accord a little bit better. And when I think of iris, I think of a violet hue, but nevertheless, that's just nitpicking the presentation. Otherwise, I think it's gorgeous. Love the shape of the bottle, the gold hardware. My final verdict on this fragrance is, if you are looking for a sorbet type of a fragrance, you like the note of iris, you like gourmands, but you don't want it to be too sugary and you want it to have an air of sophistication about it, please check out Iris Sorbet by Precious Liquid. This is an awesome, awesome fragrance. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be a code down below if you want to get the best possible price on products from this house. And of course, if you enjoyed this review or if you found anything about it insightful or educational or anything like that, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm as well. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.